There is so much anticipation around the new 7th generation Nissan Z, and it's not hard to see why. Even in this weird Ikazuchi yellow colour, it looks stunning in the metal. And now it comes with a more powerful twin-turbo V6. Sounds pretty expensive, right? Wrong. Priced from $73,300, it's $10,000 cheaper than its arch rival, the Toyota Supra. And it's the same price whether you get the 6-speed manual or the 9-speed auto. Set to roll into Aussie showrooms mid-2022, it represents relatively good value for a genuine rear-drive sports car. That said, compared to the 370Z coupe it replaces, it's now almost $23,000 more expensive. Still, that hasn't stopped more than 1,000 Aussie customers placing orders already. Inspired by countless Z-car or Fairlady generations that preceded it, there's plenty of ancestral eye candy here, such as those new-look headlights and the long bonnet, informed by the original 1969 240Z. The bonnet is now aluminium, along with the doors and boot lid, which helps reduce weight, and just look at that shape, sleek and retro. But I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the rectangular grille. Another nod to a famous Z car are these LED tail lights. They were inspired by the early 1990s 300ZX, and I love the way they have that sort of 3D floating element. It really sparks up that rear end. The beating heart in this latest chapter of the Nissan Z story is this twin-turbo V6, the VR30DDT, and it bangs out enough power and torque to take the fight squarely to the Toyota Supra. The V6 features small diameter turbos and intercooling, and with the launch control system should deliver a 0 to 100 km/h sprint of under 5 seconds. The suspension is double wishbone at the front, multi-link at the rear, with monotube shock absorbers at all 4 corners. And you've also got hollow front and rear stabiliser bars, all of which are designed to make this thing sit nice and flat through the corners. Despite a few mods to the platform, the new Z shares its underlying FM architecture with the 370Z, which is a bit disappointing. But all models get 19-inch alloy wheels, 355mm front brake rotors with 4-pot calipers, and 350mm rotors at the rear with twin-pot calipers. First impressions, this is pretty cool. You sit nice and low to the ground, go-kart style, but there's no denying that this car is very similar to the 370Z. I think if you own one of those, you're going to feel very comfortable in here, but that's not a bad thing. The overall cabin design isn't particularly innovative or distinctive, but it is purposeful, and I love the old-school handbrake. The body-hugging seats feel great. The steering wheel is chunky, nicely grabbable, and also the controls, the way they're angled towards the driver is really nice. And also the gear shifter, the pedal spacing. This is all set up as a driver's car. It feels great. Infotainment provisions are average, with USB-C and A ports, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and this small 8-inch central touchscreen that looks and feels dated. Even the menu systems are pretty basic. But I love this new 12.3-inch digital driver's display. It's got 3 different modes, and one of them has the tachometer front and center, and I love how the red line is straight up at 12 o'clock. It's very, very cool. The boot is largely ceremonial. There's not a lot of space here. You might get a couple of bags, and there's no back seats either, just this lovely strut brace. But we'll take that every day of the week. Torsional rigidity over practicality? Yes, please. I reckon Nissan has done a tremendous job with the new Z, from the design to the inclusion of a manual transmission and of course that thumping twin-turbo V6. And I think Nissan is going to sell every single one of these it can get its hands on. Unfortunately, they won't let us drive it yet, but stay tuned for our first road test soon.